No, we just love Pit so much. We all love Pit at Virginia Tech. So many of us. And that's all that I use. Fucking hell. Hate it here. Yeah. It's interesting because you want to be a Whiff Punisher, but Byleth has enough range to make that game plan like difficult. So usually what I like to do with this is just take a backseat, firing arrows, stay in the mid-range sort of beyond where Byleth likes to poke. And then if the position allows, if you get close enough, you can like use your frame data. But it's strange because Byleth has, despite being like a big lumbering sword character, is actually pretty good at keeping Pit out. Yep. Right, exactly. Yeah, and like PitMaster was at like 30 something right there, and now he's losing just because he got hit by up B back air. Byleth, one of the many characters in the game that just really likes to kill on accident. Like so much raw kill power with this character. Like back air, fresh back air probably kills PitMaster at the ledge. Especially now with all this rage, he might just die. Trying to go for the delay now. Now with the 50-50. Good DI from Lanon. Not really ready for the just dash up back air. And lives to fight another day for it. Yeah. The graphic. That's one of the funniest things is up smash high profiling things. Because if you actually look at the animation, there's one point he just morph balls pretty much. He's just like all scrunched up in a ball. Like you can high profile grabs by doing that, and I've done it before. Yeah, after almost 2 minutes, Lanon finally finding the first stock. Yeah. Hopefully not, Jesus. And just after a lot of scramble situations, not much has happened since PitMaster dropped off the Angel platform. Hopefully trying to find some sort of capitalization off of this sequence that he got, starting with the arrow. Just overextending a little bit on that edge guard off stage, though. Yep. And those scenarios... Right, yeah, that's an interesting, like, that instance right there kind of highlights the difference of why you'd want to use Pit versus Dark Pit. Dark Pit, a lot better in neutral, I feel like, just because he has that Diet Wolf laser. Can keep Byleth out a little bit easier, but Pit's advantage versus Byleth is so good. Because even though Byleth is like low-key on edge guardable, Pit can kind of make some things happen sometimes just by arrows being really annoying and Byleth not having fantastic airspeed. Right. And even just having the option of getting hit by one arrow and like now you're going to latch onto their timing of whenever they use their jump, and sometimes you can just place an arrow right there whenever they want to be, and that can be super damning. Like, yeah, exactly. Finding that jump and getting a super early kill after being down a good bit for most of this game. I don't know how he still got hit by that up tilt. He was not DIing out, but it ended up working. And PitMaster getting a lot of momentum for that. And that's the single hit of Pit in there. That's the classic. I mean, he was dead to rights anyway. But it's still funny just to see those little bitty interactions where Nair just does not work. Interested to see if he'll continue to stick it out with Byleth or go another secondary, or if he actually wants to try. I know he was like very against coming to this bracket for basically the entire week leading up, and now he's here. Exactly. If he's going Byleth, I think I like this. Mythra. Interesting. Honestly, I still like this pick for Lanon, just based on the fact that where are you going to land? How are you going to like wrestle away from disadvantage on this stage against this character? You have nowhere to land, you have nowhere to go, so you're going to have to go to ledge, but then you're on ledge against Aegis. So how, like, you can't really get off. Honestly, I think he makes good use of the central Hollow Bastion platform, but I feel like this stage is probably just better for Aegis. And also the platform's long enough that, you know, doing like a dare tech chase off of like a down throw, for example, it's not going to cover as much as it would in like a Battlefield or a PS2 plat. So it's going to be harder to it's going to be harder to extend those strings that you get at low percent. So you're not always going to be able to milk that much damage out of it. You might just get like a two-piece instead of like 50%. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think doing a great job of catching Lanon, just kind of holding in. Because like he just stayed in that vertical drop zone while Lanon was like drifting diagonally. And then he ended up getting killed for it. And I'm shocked it did not kill. Yeah, honestly I have no idea. But finding was that an up tilt? Some kind of thing that sent up. It might have been, yeah. I have no idea. I just looked away for a bit and then I saw Pit exploding off the top. And that's another thing, like, since like Mythra's a fast faller and they also just kind of have awkward hurtbox shift, you can just up air in that sort of situation if you don't get a far enough dash forward, or like in that instance it might have just been better to go for like a two-piece with like a nair or a back air, just to guarantee that they like that stage position at the expense of like some extra damage. And one thing that Lanon just said that I also like think is really important, like he can get off ledge well, but getting out of the corner with Pit is a different story. Because that's where like that air speed, that dash speed comes into play. Because if you're not really able to maneuver like that, you're going to have a harder time getting back to center stage. Yeah, I agree. Right. And you can even like mix up your like timing a little bit with like spending your double jumps in the air, but at the same time you're kind of just gonna be handing out near the ledge that whole time. Right, exactly. Yeah, good call out there. Especially like his low percent combos being super horizontal, that is such a big boon for Pit in this matchup, because at those percents, right, long stage, you can get a lot of damage and put him in an awful position for it at most points of the game. But now, again at ledge, right, had it the roll read again, just the same thing as before, timing was just a little bit off. Yeah, I think usually they poke more easily from the bottom because I think the shields do poke a little, or like hang above his head just a little bit, but if it's something that's like precise or angled just well enough, he's absolutely just going to get hit for it. That was a great up tilt. Yeah. Yeah. Right, and sometimes those moves that like kind of swing up are like that. Like Marth Lucina back air is a pretty good move at catching that foot. I've been hit by like Pika forward air when he's rising sometimes. It's like if you're not aware of what move is about to get hit at you and the angle it's coming at, just throwing out orbiters is a good way to just like, you know, get hit. But at the same time, that move's ridiculous. It's so good. Interesting. Like, I'm not sure about this. I feel like this is a stage I generally avoid with Pit, especially when you have all this wide open space. That's going to be playing into Mythra's hands a whole lot more. Right. You can hit drag down nair on that Kalos pile a little easier, because if you do full hop nair, it's a guaranteed like drag down just because of how high it is. Right. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty much a guaranteed drag down nair, so you can get stuff that way. But at the same time, like, if you don't have like the horizontal space to do like a down throw back air, you're probably not gonna be killing horizontally unless you find a drag down on that platform, or you hit the mix up with the F throw. But there's a lot less risk to DIing in on down throw on this stage just because the top blast zone is so much higher. He's so good with his movement. Just watching him move around, like, he finds so many openings that way, and I wish I had a character that could move like that so I could do things like that. Like, Pit was just a little bit faster, you know? Just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Just... Right. Oh, he had the spot dodge, but... I know the shield just coming out a little too early. Pyra down there not known for being a very quick move. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Even Staled, like, it must just be the rage. Just like, and Pit also just being a little bit floaty. Because he had two very clear opportunities to kill there, just not finding it. Right. Good tech. Yeah. Letting it fly a little bit early and, like, you know, paying the price for it. I was trying to think of the turn of phrase there. Yeah, there's that hurtbox shift again. He's doing a great job of just, like, positioning himself in a way to catch his defensive options, like we saw at that last game and even some this game, just waiting out the roll and going for that timing perfectly and punching for that. Even just, like, standing at the very, like, tipper, like, not tipper, but, you know, the very end range of up tilt, sort of catch him, like, in a scramble situation to find that kill. Right. I kind of like that short hop air dodge away. He's not going to be able to get hit for doing that, you know? That's a really interesting thing. I'm not sure. I think that might have been a misinput. Yeah, it must have been like a fast fall arrow or whatever, because there's nothing they could throw at you that's worth, like, doing side B for. Or that wasn't even side B, that was down B. I don't know my character. Ah. That was a huge reversal in his favor. Now his stocks are even, like, this is. It could be that he was just looking to put him at ledge. Ooh, not finding the. Yeah. If he got the sweet spot, that was probably an up air and a kill. The game of margins. And again, spacing himself for that up tilt. Yeah. Yeah, drifting far enough away to just barely avoid it. And not in a great spot, but recovering high, somehow getting clipped. He almost just died. Yep. Finding that dash attack. That was a good set. You could go from there, and depending on what the stream set is, you can just backspace and type in whoever's going to be in the queue next. Who actually is next? Low-key might be me and Ken. Because I feel like we're